Guys, I'll be with you in just 1 second. I'm gonna make sure that I get my stream up and posted for everybody. And a couple more minutes. Okay, so last time we left off, we were going to do the city influence quest, and we had been doing most of those. Pretty sure we did Markarth and Whiterun, and we were getting quests from Windhelm. Hold on, let's check our sweep job, clear house, and Windhelm. So we're still working on the Windhelm job. We have Solitude and Windhelm left. So now I've got to go sweep this house. Go up here, and I actually have the key to it because I had to break into it earlier. So I'm going to just go in here and grab a few of the gold items that are left around that are incredibly conspicuous, including this. Let's do it. Try to move around. Okay, I'm going to go up here.
Can't a woman get a moment to herself? Leave me.
I will in a minute. I just need to...
I'm not going to warn you again. Get out, or I'll call the guards.
Okay.
You should have listened. Guards, help! Trespasser!
I think I'm gonna get arrested for this probably.
You trying to hide?
If an officer, if you stay in a person's house too long, they'll usually call you out. But I think because of my sneak, I was able to keep avoiding detection. So I'm not sure if I'm actually going to be arrested or not. Let's see.
What do you need?
I don't think so. Okay, so I finished the sweep job. So I cleared up, probably, I think I did the Pine Watch thing last. So I cleared up that quest line for Markarth. And so now I think I'm probably going to get a special quest for Windhelm. So I'm going to go back, and I'm going to talk to Vex first in our usual way, and I'm gonna try to get a quest for Solitude. I'm going to do it a few times, and if she doesn't give me one for Solitude specifically, then I'll just give up and do the special quest. I think I'm done with Windhelm. I might not be. That all comes down to keeping a head count of how many of the quests you've done in each hold. So now I'm going to run in here, go see Vex and Delvin. First of all, I'll tell her that the sleep
Back
bell is
with
finished.
good news? Well, here's your gold. Try not to spend it all in one place. I handle... If you don't like that kind of work, talk to... When a client... We send you... Sound like you can handle it?
Consider it
Good.
done.
Just remember the order.
No,
Do a job first,
I really want
get
to...
drunk second.
Really want a job
Now
in
take this
Solitude.
and go. Need a few spare septums? I got the cure right here.
Definitely I'm not going to do
Steal
it.
anything? First you take the job, now you don't even want it. Got plenty. Take your pick. Pretty simple. The cat... You ready for some good old-fashioned... Alright. Take this and get out of here. Steal anything worth talking about?
We might still need one for Windhelm, so I'm just going to roll with this. See what Delvin says.
Back with good news, I trust?
Still have quite a good bit of jobs available. Alfred sent ahead. More important, we're still... You're in... We got a long way to go. I hear he's a pal. We're still... You're in... We got a long way to go. But don't... I handled... If break-ins are more your...
So yeah, we do actually still
Most
need
of
one
the
in Windhelm
establishment,
too, so...
You'll feel like doing a bit of... Just remember the rules. Keep it clean.
So now this
and
needs to
keep it
be
quiet.
Solitude.
Here's the details. Still have quite a good bit of jobs available, if you're looking for some extra coin. Something trouble. Keep dropping these jobs. A bloody good timing. Okay. Finally. Someone with backbone. Here you go. So, what can I do for you today?
Nope.
Pull up a seat. Are you bloody serious?
I am
Bloody
definitely...
good
I am
timing.
bloody
Got a
serious,
personal
Delvin.
request. Nice. Yeah, this is what you need to know. So, what can I do for you today?
I'm going to do this one more time,
Pull
and
up
if he
a
doesn't
seat.
give me one...
You can't keep quitting jobs when it's struck. Good. My clock. We want to waylay a ship. Nice.
At this point, I'd
Yeah,
probably take
this is what
either
you need to
Windhelm
know.
or Solitude. I'd really like to have Solitude.
Ah, you're back.
I'm not doing Riften. There's
You
nothing
bloody
for me in
serious?
Riften.
All right. Anything in... Yeah, sure. Got to keep this up, and you'll be rich enough to retire before you know it. Good luck. Pull up a seat. Have a drink.
There we go. Solitude. Okay. These are the city influence quests for the Thieves Guild quest line. Which means that you're trying to grow the Thieves Guild's influence in the different cities. And I don't know if you may not know this, but when you first arrive at the Thieves Guild in Skyrim, it's kind of decrepit and it's seen its better days and all that kind of stuff. Well, the more influence quests you do, the more stuff they get here. The banners, more bookshelves, more food, more water, etc., etc. So the better you do, the better the Thieves Guild grows. And of course, you also get those shopkeepers right outside the Ragged Flagon. So we've completed 2 cities. We've completed Whiterun and Markarth. And so now we have 2 cities left to gain influence for Solitude and Windhelm. I'm going to go do Solitude first. Okay. So where is the house? Wait. Okay. So I need to make changes to the numbers in this place.
I'm Pantia Atia, master vocalist.
You should see me when you get bored, stranger.
That does not sound very pleasant.
A coin or two for a veteran.
I really need people to stop staring at me. This eye will not close.
I've got a little work if you're interested, traveler.
Spiced wine, taste of home and heart.
Must have been right at opening time. Sometimes if a shop just opens and you run up to it, it'll still say locked, but it's you just need to turn away and turn back and it'll be open. Alright, so now I need to find the books. Now if I sneak, the shopkeeper should not follow me initially, which will give me a couple more seconds to go inside here and make changes. I said make changes. Well, our strong box is empty because I've been here recently. There we go.
I thought adventurers were supposed to look tough.
Wait a minute. Listen here, kiddo.
I bet my papa could beat you up.
You don't wanna mess with this. This is 100% kick buttery. So
I get to help mother with the shop. I used to help.
I'm
Papa,
not
too.
gonna get into
Like
your
that.
screaming match, and I'm better than you.
Citizen?
Guard. Okay. So finished the quest in Solitude, so now we're gonna go back over to Windhelm and do one more here. And we should be getting relatively close to the end for Windhelm. If I remember correctly, there were, I think, 4 quests finished in Windhelm and 3 in Solitude. So there should be 5 and 4 this after we get done with these 2. And we're gonna go down and rob a place in the Grey Quarter, which is like this
No one bought any flowers again today.
slum in the depths of Windhelm. It's kind of a... I don't understand why they let you rob this particular establishment. In Oblivion, the point of the Thieves Guild was that they kind of looked out for beggars and the poor people. So there was a semi-Robin Hoodish quality to them. And so thusly the beggars were kind of their sources of information about a lot of people and everything. Well, that doesn't exist in Skyrim. So the beggars are just literally just there to ask for money. And I think it kind of takes something away from the Thieves Guild a little bit. A little bit of its purpose, I suppose. Alright, return to Vex. Alright, so we've done one in Windhelm and one in Solitude. We shall see. And like I said, my real motivation for finishing the Thieves Guild quest line and then doing the city influence quests is to get the barrels for loot. Arrows, daggers, jewels. I guess I'm gonna run back into Vex and Delph. Talk to Vex first, and I'll just do one attempt at getting another city influence quest. If she doesn't give me solitude, I'll just keep it, I guess. Yeah, toward the end it can get kind of annoying. So you have to keep doing
what can I
that.
do for you today?
Yes, you have to keep
Back with... Well,
dropping
fine.
quests.
I guess you'll need your coin then. Got more than you can handle. One of the quick... If you're interested... What do you say? Fine. Here's everything you need to know. Steal anything worth talking about?
Oh, it is solitude. Huh.
So, you're Brynjolf's new protege, eh?
Oh,
Don't
you're
look
back.
like much to me.
Ooh, nicely done. Here's your share. Good. My clients again. Have a client looking to have a... Just remember the rules. Keep it clean and keep it quiet. Here's the details.
It's one thing to say you've got the skills to be...
Okay, so they're both in solitude, so this is actually going to get solitude finished for sure. Which means that we're still one short in Windhelm, so I miscalculated. We must have had 3 as opposed to 4 quests done in Windhelm. But this should definitely give us solitude. I think we're at 3 in solitude. But regardless, 3 or 4, we're going to be done with solitude. So once we come back, we'll get the main quest, which is like the main quest for solitude is you're helping out a rich merchant deal with some pirates who kind of double-crossed him or something. But there is no question, in my opinion, that the most difficult of the major city influence quest is the one that we've already done for Mark Arth. It's having to go to Pine Watch is just always irritating. So we're gonna run in here, and I think this is the numbers job. Pretty sure. So I'm just gonna run back, and I'm gonna start sneaking. I won't say the strong box, but I do see a potion of healing. She's a bard.
If you're heading to the Blue Palace, you might to rethink that outfit.
Listen, just because I'm the most well-dressed woman here in all of Skyrim, because I've got the Nightingale armor, and you're jealous because you don't have the Nightingale armor, nor do you have the Dark Brotherhood cowl, does not mean that I am not dressed correctly. All right, so these houses are kind of. I'm just gonna walk away from you, bud. Don't want to talk to you. So these houses are fairly difficult to actually get into. You have to really time it where people don't see you. Thieves Guild mark, by the way. That means the house has loot in it. There's a whole system of marks for the Thieves Guild. Alright, he's gonna go around the corner there, so I'm gonna pick this lock. I'm gonna stay sneaking because I'm going in right after that guy, and I want to make sure that he's cleared out. Alrighty. These are actually the parents of this little girl here. Now, this little girl is the niece of the guy who was killed when you initially come into the city of Solitude. And she's at odds with him. And also in mourning. Now, if something were to happen to these two parents, then you can adopt that girl who will later be found in the orphanage in Riften. That's just kind of... Okay, so now we're done with the Solitude influence quests. So we'll go back and see Delvin, and I'm gonna do the Vex thing one more time, see if she'll give me a quest for Windhelm, because apparently we're still one down there.
Something troubling you? I'll listen.
Steal anything worth talk? I suppose you want your share now. Here you go. Okay, what'll it be? Every now and again, if that means feel like doing a bit of shopping? Good. Just remember the order. Do job first, get drunk second. Now take this and go.
Yeah, Whiterun. We're not going to do that one.
Ah, you're back. This kind of work suits you. That is good. I need you to... Now, he's not exactly going to welcome you with open arms, but keep your cool. Do this job right, and we've just made an important friend out there.
So now I'm going to go do a job for this guy in Solitude. And that'll open up the Thieves Guild in Solitude once I finish it. His
Interest
name
you in
is...
some marksman training?
Actually.
A lot of people are beginning to get impressed with you here. Me included. I'll show you what I know.
1,000 a piece. So that's 4,000. Yeah, why not?
If you ever need more...
So we have 10 perks right now that we haven't used up. Let me see if we can add any to our archery tree. I'd really like to get, yes, this second perk here. Then I don't really care about the paralyze that much. Oh. But this next perk is pretty nice, just because it speeds you up a little bit. So, we're on our way to being a pretty darn good archer, so that's nice. So now I'm going to head over to Solitude. So it's nighttime right now, so we're going to have to wait for morning so that Erica can come give us the quest. So the Dragonborn is just going to stand right here in the way.
The Imperials are good for business, and business is good for... It's about time you got here. I'm not accustomed to dealing with people who are unreliable. That's why I asked Delvin to send me his best. Huh, that remains to be seen. Nothing raises my ire more than having an agreement broken. It's bad for business, and it wastes time. Captain Volf of the Dainty Slode has decided to test my patience on this matter by neglecting to honor a trade agreement we had established. I need you to help me show him the error of his ways by sneaking on board the Slode and planting some contraband. You'll need to get your hands on some Belmora Blue from Sabine Niel. Once you get your hands on it, I want... Captain Volf is... Now get going. I don't want to see your face until the job's done.
At your service.
I must return to the court. They simply can't make do without me.
Okay, so basically he's wanting us to plant some, for lack of a better term, narcotics on this pirate ship to implicate this pirate guy. So we're gonna go get the Belmora Blue, or Belmora Blue, from a pirate, so that we can frame a pirate. So I'm just gonna go out this little exit here, which will come in handy when we do the Dark Brotherhood quest line, where you come here for a wedding. Okay, so the docks are right up here. We're gonna go talk to our friend, the pirate. Actually, I think this person, the girl who runs this ship, is actually just a tradesman, which is why she's here at the dock with the East Empire Company. Now, I'm not actually going to pay for the Belmora Blue, because I'm pretty sure I know where it is, if I remember correctly. It's right underneath us right now. She's not going to be happy about that.
You reek! A little friendly advice. Take a bath and get some new clothes. Well then, you're talking to the right person. I'm the only one left in Tamriel that can get my hands on it. It's damn near impossible to find anymore. You want to buy it off of me? I'm afraid not. How else can a poor, overworked sailor like myself expect to earn a living? I'm sorry you feel my illegal contraband is overpriced. Perhaps you should bring it up at the next Merchant Guild meeting. Look, you want it, I got it. You know the price, so talk to me when you want to cough up the gold.
Okay, because I'm as cheap as they come, I'm just going to fling myself over the edge here. The chest should be right. There it is. Now we're going to pick this expert lock because we have the skeleton key. And locks ain't nothing. Take the Belmora Blue. And then get the crap out of Dodge, because she is not going to like the fact that we picked her lock. I think she's going to be like automatically hostile now. So we're just going to sail away from her. Come sail away. So we're going to go now plant the illegal substance on the ship over here. And then that's going to be pretty much the crux of Eriker's quest for us, so that we can open up the Thieves Guild in Solitude. And I'll go make a run through before we leave, show where all the barrels are. There are 3 barrels in each city, as I've said several times, and they have arrows. Daggers, jewels, and other stuff. Okay, let's see. The ship should be right here. There it is. Now I'm going to try to sneak around. I'm gonna bow this thing here. There should be quite a few sailors to get around here. I'm just gonna start sneaking now, and if I see one, I'm gonna go for it. I honestly don't remember what I had my special power set to. Oh, it was to raise the undead because of the... yeah. Okay. Ooh, 284. If you want scimitars, this is one of the few places you can get them. You can get them off of Red Guards from here, and then there's one very, very special scimitar that you can get from the Katraya, or the Emperor's ship at the end of the Dark Brotherhood questline. I gotta be getting close to my carry weight limit. Yeah, not really. Okay, so I'm gonna attempt to sneak.
Don't sound like much fun. Start keeping a knife in my boot. Tired of getting disarmed. Once was a woman as fair as an eagle. Strange old strode. What was that? Nothing here after all.
You didn't hear anything. When I get the skeleton key, I have a tendency to just get really lazy in my lockpicking. It's actually a bad habit making. Okay, so you just go through here and you plant the oh, it's food, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. And then go back into the chest and take the other stuff. These are always good to take just because they sell for a lot of gold. I don't use them as much as maybe I should. It's really quite interesting when you do, if you do use poisons and stuff to enchant your weapons or to temper your weapons. That idiot literally not just see me. Huh. Of course, why you would want to use poisons and stuff on your weapons instead of just going to the old-fashioned method of enchanting them, you know. Come on. So now I'm going to go back to our friend Eriker. Gonna tell him that the deed is done. He can rest easy. Yeah, enchanting in this game, I have a love-hate relationship with it. I love it because it's incredibly strong. It's wonderful when you figure out how to do it well, and you can do whatever you want to. You can enchant magic gear to where it costs you 0 magicka to, you know, cast destruction spells, restoration spells, all that kind of stuff. The problem with it costing 0 is that it's just completely overpowered, obviously. And it just kind of can be a little... It can be a little bit like creating the weapon that does 1,000 damage. You can do it, it's fun, but then you realize it's just kind of... You're just better than everything else by a long shot. So if you want to get some enjoyment out of the game and just kind of, you know, have fun with it, then, you know, you can go put a few perks in the enchanting skill tree, but don't worry about going all the way up to twin souls and all that kind of stuff, and just kind of live with what you can get. Or instead of enchanting yourself, just live with whatever enchantments come on the equipment that you get. Daedric artifacts are pretty good, but obviously they can't compare to some of the stuff that you can make in later game. I say all this as a person who uses enchantments out the wazoo every time I play. I'm not doing that intentionally at the beginning of this game, so that I'm just not running around one-hit killing everything, even though my archery skill has gotten to the ridiculous point where I am. But bandits will catch up to me, and it'll be tougher and stuff to kill with archery-wise. But one thing I usually do in a game is I go immediately and level up my enchanting skill tree. And so once I do that, I just go get chaos damage, and then I get absorb health, and I put those on a weapon, and then I just wreck things.
The Breiling's obsession with honor and Yes, I know. In fact, by now, Captain Wolf should be on his way to the prisons. Our contract is complete. Here's a token of my gratitude for your efforts. Oh, convey my compliments to Delvin for me. Tell him I'll be happy to reopen whatever doors he needs in Solitude. I must return to the court. They simply can't make do without me.
Yeah, friend. Okay, so let's go run past all the Thieves Guild barrels real quick as we're leaving Solitude. There are 3 of them, as I've said, and 2 of them are right here on this road. So if you're looking for a good, quick group of arrows and stuff, and you would do these coastlines, the first one's right here. An emerald, amethyst, garnet, lockpick, glass arrows, and then a glass dagger with turn undead on it, which is kind of meh to me. Let's see. The second one is around this building.
A change has swept into Solitude. A breeze of the ocean. Thieves Guild has come.
Yes, yes they have. This is the Bard's College, actually. I'll get there eventually. It's back here, I believe. Yeah, there it is. Daedric arrow. Not sure why some of them are giving me Daedric arrows and some of them are not. I'm still getting glass daggers, so I'm not to that level yet. Okay, so the first 2 are on that little street there, and then the third one is over in this quadrant behind the reeking skeever.
Papa says I won't see Rogvir anymore.
'Cause child, he did. So, yeah.
Go fiddling with any locks around here, we're going to have a real problem.
Lols. And then amethyst, lockpicks, ruby, glass arrows. So, those are the 3 Thieves Guild barrels for Solitude. Let's headbutt this sign here. And be on our way. So now I'm going to go report to Delvin and tell him that that thing is over. And I'm actually just going to... I'm going to not do the last Thieves Guild. Oh, actually, I'm not going to do it, but it's really cool. The Windhelm Thieves Guild questline has you investigate another thieves group of thieves. They're the Atmore Thieves Guild. They're high elves who are creating their own thieves guild, except for there's one main difference. They don't care about killing, whereas this thieves guild obviously believes in using every other means to deal with, you know, adversaries and everything outside of killing. So you go track those guys down, and then at the end you kind of stamp them out. It's pretty fun, and they're fairly decently leveled, so it can be a nice challenge. But I'm not going to do that one just because I'm ready to move on.
Need some gold, or perhaps Erica assures me that Captain Wolf will spend pretty much the rest of his life clamped in irons. Best of all, he's also pledged to open doors for us in Solitude and to get things rolling again. Success means the guild is getting stronger. We've picked up another merchant and a new recruit. Being a thief is like a second skin for you, ain't it? Never seen anything like it. If you don't watch out, you might even earn Vex's respect. That'd be something, eh?
Hey. So, now that we've finished that quest, you can tell in here. We now have, well, we have the armor, we have the alchemist, and now we have a blacksmith. So we have all these shops, and there's one more, and I think he sells some other types of weapons, maces and such. So you get all of these shopkeepers by how many times you do that. So we're gonna head out now, and I'm really torn about which guild I want to do next. But I think it'd be a good time.
Did you want something?
To go ahead and take a look at one of my... This is simultaneously one of my favorite guilds in the game, and also one that I think is quite disappointing and leaves a lot to be desired. It's the College of Winterhold. The College of Winterhold has a fascinating storyline, but it leaves something to be desired, because I think it's almost for certain now that we know parts of the story for that place, the game came out and they didn't have it done, or they just didn't include them, so they shortened it down and kind of cut, and you can tell where there are some inconsistencies and stuff in the storyline. So we have kind of a knocked off version of the main storyline for the College of Winterhold, but it's still a very, very fun quest line, and I think I'll do this one next, and then I'll do my other favorite one. So we'll go in this order. We'll go to the College of Winterhold now, and then after that we'll go do the Dawnstar quest line, which I consider to be just absolutely wonderful in its lore and everything. Okay, so we're in Winterhold. We're going to go up to the gate to the college. Now, the college is, of course, across the street, and you can tell that this city has seen its better days. It's a very small city, and there are houses on the edge of the city that have been either burned down or broken entirely. And if you look over the cliff over here, you'll see that there are ruins at the bottom of the cliff. So something catastrophic has happened to this city. I'm not going to do it any further because I'm not going to be able to get back up to it. But something catastrophic has happened to this city. So you just kind of come here as the Dragonborn, not knowing really much about what's going on, and you see this destruction. And you're going to find out that all of the people in the College of Winterhold are extremely paranoid about how they're viewed by the outside world, because obviously they're at the heart of the criticism. These people in the city and in Skyrim are very skeptical of the college. So
cross the bridge at your own peril. The way is dangerous and the gate will not open. You shall not gain entry.
Hi. What is this place?
Oh, forgive me. Most who arrive here do so because they have heard of the college beforehand. This is the College of Winterhold, a safe haven for mages in Skyrim, a place of wisdom and arcane knowledge.
Yeah, well, may I enter?
Perhaps. But what is it you expect to find within?
Now these are different schools. So I want the power of ice and fire to destroy those who oppose me as the school of destruction. I desire to bend the will of those around me. That is the school of illusion, I think, yeah. I want to unravel the mysteries of Aetherius, that's alteration, and then I just wanted to see what it looks like is just kind of the basic answer. Which I'm going to go with.
Huh. Humor is often in short supply here.
Was
but
that really
I sense
humor?
that perhaps you're after more than just that. It would seem that the college has what you seek. The question now is, what can you offer the college? Not just anyone is allowed inside. Those wishing to enter must show some degree of skill with magic. A small test, if you will.
I think we both know I'll succeed here. Now, this is why, again, having a high-level speech is really, really nice. Because if you don't have a speech high enough to let this persuasion tactic work, you'll have to cast a spell on the eye here, and you may not have the spell, and you may not have the magicka enough to get into the college. So just go ahead and level up your speech, and you won't have to worry about it.
You know, I think you're right.
Mm-hmm.
I think you'll be a superb addition to the college.
See, it's confidence that you exude
Welcome,
with the power of
apprentice.
speech.
I'll lead you across the bridge. Once you're inside,
But you're
you'll
gonna
want to speak
walk
with
so
Mirabelle
slow.
Irvine, our master wizard. Please, follow me.
I shall. Let us go. Let us go faster. You know, I'm just gonna sprint ahead, and for all that, we'll have to catch up. I do really like the way the college looks. It's really cool. Now we, again, have a mod on that changes a little bit of the college's appearance from the inside. Makes it look a little bit more college-y with tables and whatnot sitting around, and then there are some things.
I believe I've made myself rather clear.
Yes, of
We're going to listen to this conversation because it's actually very important.
Trying to understand the reasoning behind the decision.
You may be used to the Empire bowing to your every whim, but I'm afraid you'll find the Thalmor received no such treatment here. You are a guest of the college, here at the pleasure of the Archmage. I hope you appreciate the opportunity.
Yes, of course. The Archmage has my thanks.
Very good. Then we're done here.
So now we need to speak to her.
Welcome, another new student. I'm surprised at how many of you there are lately. Well, first you'll need these. While you're not required to wear them, you may find them more to your liking than your current clothes. I'll give you a brief tour, and then we'll get you to your first class. Are you ready to begin?
I'd love to have a look around.
Wonderful. Please follow me, and don't wander off. The College of Winterhold has been a fixture in Skyrim for thousands of years. The prominent feature here is the Hall of the Elements. It's our primary location for lectures, practice sessions, and general meetings. The Arcanium is located above the hall, and the Archmage's quarters above that. While technically in charge of the college, the Archmage's responsibilities often keep him occupied. Thus, I run the day-to-day operations. Now, if you'll please follow me, I'll show you the living quarters. Unfortunately, we've had to implement more stringent entry procedures due to some problems with the local Nords. We don't anticipate any real violence, but it never
So
hurts
this
to-
is Shalador right here, by the way. What a great picture that would be. This is Shalador. He actually built the city of Winterhold, which was actually the metropolis in Skyrim before the Great Collapse occurred. It was a huge city, rivaled that of Solitude. He built it with magic, nothing but magic. He raised it all out of the spells he knew. Shalador is probably the most powerful wizard in the history of Tamriel. I want to say that, but we know he was just an extremely powerful wizard. So he built the college here and the city out of magic.
Our newest members are housed here, in the Hall of Attainment. I'll ask that you please keep your voice down while inside, as others may be working on research or delicate experiments.
So now we're going to go into the quarters here. This is where we have a room dedicated to us as the player, the Dragonborn, or the newest member of the college. And then this is also where our fellow students are.
Now I'll show you to your quarters. You're going to be sharing space with your fellow apprentices, who you'll meet shortly. This is where you'll be staying. This bed and desk are yours. Please try and be considerate of others. Now, let's go back to the Hall of the Elements, where most of the members gather for lectures and study sessions.
I will join you in a moment. So what's really nice about the College of Winterhold is it's the first place that you can come to and almost immediately get a living space, which means you have storage. So you don't have to carry around all the stuff that you have in your inventory. You can just take off everything that I'm not wearing. And then, you know, you can put weapons in one and clothes in another. I think I'll put some of my weapons away. Children, I'm going to keep children. Keep arrows, because arrows don't take up any carry weight. So there's never a good reason to get rid of arrows. I love this particular music too. It's just some of my favorite music for areas in Skyrim. So now we've decreased our carry weight by about 200. There are some unenchanted mage's robes laying around and things that you can enchant. As I've said, you can get pretty overpowered with enchantments to clothes, especially because you can take off costs for magic schools and all that kind of thing. So it's a really great place to come if you really want to get rid of some stuff that you've just accumulated from your long period over the game. So now we're going to go in here, and Tolfdir is going to be in the middle of teaching some of the new students the first lessons in their first lessons in safety and stuff, and they're going to be not happy that he's just rambling. And Savo Sarin is just standing here observing.
What you learn here will last you a lifetime.
This is like the head honcho. He's the archmage.
Welcome. We were just beginning. Please stay and listen. So, as I was saying, the first thing to understand
it's
is
no
that
secret that the college's reputation in Skyrim is
volatile,
tainted.
Dangerous. Unless you can control it, it can and will destroy you.
Sir, I think we all understand that fairly well.
Braylon is having none of his crap.
Control magic.
Of course, my dear, of course. You all certainly possess some inherent natural ability.
Tolfdir's copy none of her has.
What I'm talking about is true control. Mastery of magic. It takes years, if not decades, of practice and study.
What do you think, Osmond?
What are we waiting for? Let's get started.
No, I said Osmond.
Please, please. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Eagerness must be tempered with caution, or else disaster is inevitable.
But we've only just arrived
Don't
here.
do anything
You've no
to
idea
anger
what
the
any of us
locals.
are capable of.
They don't need additional reasons to hate us.
You've been quiet so far.
That's because I've been crapping around. I think we should learn something practical.
Is that so?
It is so.
She agrees with us too.
Yeah.
Why don't you actually show us something?
Exactly.
All right, let's settle down. I suppose we can try something practical. In continuing with our theme of safety, we'll start with wards. Wards are protective spells that block magic. I'll teach you all a ward, and we'll see if you can successfully use it to block spells, all right?
Let's do it.
Would you mind helping me with the demonstration? Are you at all familiar with ward spells?
I don't know any ward spells.
That's all right. I can teach you a very basic ward, one that's enough for the purposes of this lesson. Now, if you'll just stand right over there, I'll cast a spell at you, and you block it with the ward. Here we go. Over.
So I don't really use wards all that much in regular play.
Please, just opposite me.
Just because there are ward perks you can get and all that kind of thing. But
Cast the ward spell and keep it up.
What you learn here will last you a lifetime.
Excellent.
But they are quite good.
Well, I think this is an excellent start. I'd like you all to continue practicing with wards, please. I think perhaps we're ready to begin exploring some of the various applications of magic throughout history.
You don't mean
the college has undertaken a fascinating
Sarthal.
excavation in the ruins
Dun
of
dun
Sarthal.
dun.
It's an excellent learning opportunity. I suggest we meet there in a few hours and see what awaits us inside. That's all for now. Thank you.
So, okay, I know Tolfdir here is an Ord, and I know Onmund is an Ord. But going to Sarthal is kind of ridiculous. So, the story of Sarthal is a sad and brutal story. It was one of the first original settlements of Ysgramor and his company of Admorans who crossed the sea and landed in Skyrim. So they settled in the place known as Sarthal and made a pretty big city out of there, and were peaceful with, mainly, the Snow Elves, who traded with them and were fairly decent neighbors until the Snow Elves, for whatever reason, decided to attack the Atmorans who had settled in Sarthal, just out of the blue. Now, there are reasons for this, and we're going to discover one of them in our excavation project. There is a mysterious force that actually was unearthed under Sarthal by the Nords, and the Snow Elves knew about it. But regardless, the Snow Elves attacked the people of Sarthal, and all but a few were killed. One of those being Ysgramor. So Ysgramor went back to Admor and rounded up hundreds of his companions. The companions then traversed back across the sea, landed in Skyrim, and waged war against the Snow Elves in what was some of the most brutal fighting in all of Skyrim history. And those companions then, after they defeated the Snow Elves, they went on to found certain settlements in other places, one being in Whiterun, where Jorvaskr sits, the Companions' Lodge, or Mead Hall, and you can actually join that group. But the story of Sarthal is extremely sad. Now, I've just run here, and I've realized that I've outrun my teacher and my compadres, so I'm just going to stand here and wait a few hours. They'll show up. They'll be here. I know it. I can feel it.
This is exciting,
Yeah, see?
isn't it?
It's almost like
And here
magic.
we all are. Shall we step inside?
It's like just me and Braylon. But okay, let's go.
Exciting, isn't it?
Good to see All right. Please stay close to me while we're inside. It should be safe, but it's always better to be cautious.
Pops. There we go. So now the other people have magically shown up, and we're just going to head down into the dark wilds of Sarthal.
Sacked by the elves in the infamous Night of Tears, not much is known about what happened to Sarthal.
What are you doing that for?
See, he just referenced the Night of Tears, which was the night that the Snow Elves attacked the Amorans.
Such an early civilization and the magics they used. Well, are there any questions before? Ah, yes. Well, why don't you see if you can assist Arniel Gain? I expect he'd appreciate any enchanted item. Now let's see.
Arniel Gain is one of the people I think is the most interesting in the entire College of Winterhold. But to get the quest that really is true for, you have to complete the whole storyline first. So. Oh yes. Let's go this way first.
Well, certainly none of this will benefit my research. He what? You must be one of the new apprentices then. Fine,
yep.
Fine. Just don't make a mess of my work, all right? I've only looked through a portion of this section. You can look around in the chambers just north of here.
Oh, yeah.
Try and be careful, all right? We don't want to damage anything.
LOL. So, we're gonna go collect around these magical fragments. So, like, there's a ring here, a ring here, there's another ring here, and then you're gonna walk in here and oh, well, there's a necklace up on the wall here. I'm gonna grab that and take it back to. Oh no.
What in the world was that racket?
What,
Is
these?
all right?
These spears appeared out of nowhere.
How in the world did that happen?
I have no idea.
Really? Perhaps the amulet is important somehow.
You think?
Is there some way you can use it?
I don't know. So I'm gonna go equip the amulet, and then I'm gonna fire the wall here with, or hit the wall with some sort of spell.
See that? Some kind of resonance. You and the wall.
Let's get out our flame spell.
It must be connected to the amulet.
Come on, Tove dear. There's more this way. It's a dead end. There's nothing in here. Some rags, a ruined book. Nothing big. Tell you what we could do though. We can
Why in the world would this be sealed off?
use some of these candlesticks for target practice. But yeah, nothing here. What? Everything's going all fuzzy.
Hold, mage, and listen well. Know that you have set in motion a chain of events that cannot be stopped. Judgment has not been passed, as you had no way of knowing. Judgment will be passed on your actions to come, and how you deal with the dangers ahead of you. This warning is passed to you because the Psijic Order believes in you. You, mage, and you alone, have the potential to prevent disaster. Take great care, and know that the Order is watching.
I swear I felt something rather strange just then. What just happened?
Some sort of ghost or apparition appeared. It spoke to me.
I'm afraid I didn't see anything. Can you tell me more about what you saw? The Psijic Order? Are you quite sure about that? That's very odd. And danger ahead? Why, that doesn't make any sense at all. The Psijics have no connection to these ruins, and no one's seen any of their order in a long time. Perhaps we should take a look inside these coffins. Now, please do be careful. Who knows what we're going to find? Mm-hmm.
So now we should be having a friend pop out at some point.
Never should have come here.
Goodbye, drugger friend. As I said, I always take jewelry.
Be prepared to defend yourself.
So yeah, this place is infested with Draugr, and then of course, at the end of the cave infested with Draugr, you get to fight a really highly leveled Draugr. That was terrible. Get wrecked. So yeah, I'm just gonna dispatch these guys real quick. Pull this lever. Pull this lever. Now we go deeper into the Sarthal ruins. So the Psijic monk who just appeared was quite cryptic in his "things have not yet happened that will be judged. You will be judged on what you do with these events," and that kind of thing. And there is a fire rune I'm just not going to step on. Goodbye, friend. One of my favorite perks in the archery skill tree is one that allows you to retrieve more than one arrow from things you kill. That's so nice, because you lose so many arrows. Alright, let's see. There's there's a Draugr there. Oh, that is a Draugr Deathlord. I'm about to get wrecked. This guy's gonna have himself an ebony bow. Yep. Thankfully, I was a little bit quicker on the trigger, but that guy had himself an ebony bow. Oh no, it's an orcish bow. I'm just thinking of my more highly leveled plays, I guess. Usually, and that's not how you jump. That's how you sneak. Usually, later on in the game, when you come across a Draugr Deathlord, he's going to have himself ebony gear, which that guy obviously did not yet have himself orcish. So I'm going to take the W here. A perk! I believe it would behoove us to go ahead and invest in one more perk into our Magica, since we're doing the College of Winterhold questline. It's nice to go ahead and sneak, so that you can get that sneak bonus damage. Okay, so these obelisks need to be turned to match the plaques behind them. So that needs to be a hawk. This one needs to be a whale. It is. This one needs to be a hawk. This one needs to be a snick. This one needs to be a whale. And this one needs to be a hawk. Hogs, snicks, and whales. So, we're going to head on in here. And into this door here. Now, there's going to be 2 Draugr up on this pillar platform up here, and I'm going to try and sneak attack them just to begin with, so it'll make it a little bit easier. Now, where's the other guy? I hear him. Oh well. Go ahead and get what's in this chest. Then head down here. Now this is a shock rune, and I don't see much of a way around it. Because you can, all you have to do is get slightly close to it, actually. Yep. And that's smarts. Alright, now, so these pillars turn in interesting order. So if you turn this one by itself, it's the only one that turns. But if you turn this one, you notice they all turn. So you have to turn them in such a way that they all match the pillars behind them. So this one needs to be turned first, so it's a whale. And I think this one controls how many? 3. Okay, so this one needs to be turned next. So it's a snake, so that's correct. And this one controls the other. So it needs to be turned to a hawk. And then this one is whale, so that's good. So you just have to turn them, starting with the one that turns the most, and then work your way down. And then finally,
I thought it high time I caught up with you.
so Tolfdir is caught up with us magically. Magic, get it? Just in time for us to meet this guy. There's a whole bunch of lore to this guy, and he is absolutely bad news. But you can't damage this guy until the sphere around that orb there gets taken down. The protection.
Keep it busy. I'll try to drain some of its power.
Yes, please do. Wow. You're a horrible shot. As soon as Tolfdir starts lighting up the force field, I'm going to light this guy up with some arrows. There we go.
There. Now attack it.
Jurek Golderson. Galdar Amulet Fragments. Take that, and it will not leave your inventory because it's a quest item. I'm going to learn some lightning bolts here. A Writ of Sealing, which is really interesting to read, and a glass arrow I'm going to take back.
Why, this is utterly unique. Be prepared to defend.
What is this thing?
I have no idea. This is amazing. Absolutely amazing. The Archmage needs to be informed immediately. He needs to see this for himself. I don't dare leave this unattended. Can you return to the college and inform Savos Aran of this discovery? Please, hurry.
Yes, of course, Tolfdir. We'll go do your job. So, this is actually... Well, if you don't know, we'll just let the story unfold. But it's a very, very, very strong magical force that has been buried here beneath the ruins of Sarthal, along with this Draugr, the Jurek Sardigan. And there is a word wall here. So this is one of the artifacts that originally caused the Snow Elves to attack the people of Sarthal, the Admorans who had moved in here. So we're going to go back to the College of Winterhold, and then I'm going to cut it. And that's where we're going to end this one. And then when we pick up next time, we'll be starting our journey to figure out what exactly that orb is. What does it do? Why is it here? Who knows about it and who doesn't? Those are all very important questions. What it is fascinating. Oh goodness, these are...
We're here to teach you a lesson.
By Ishmael, you won't leave here alive.
Just scratch.
So, this sword apparently has flames on it. I'm just going to take it and disenchant it later. Contract, 602. Mortgage dagger, no. 304. Okay. I want to see if it says who put the word out. Rhea? Rayo? Not sure who that is, actually. So, sorry, person. But you need to hire better thugs next time because I'm the Dragonborn. Okay, so I'm going to head on inside the college here, and then we're going to cut it, and when we pick up next time, then we'll go and we'll talk to Savlasarin, the Archmage here, and we'll get the deets from him about the orb and what in the world it is, why it's important,
I'm
and all that
assuming
kind
you're
of
here
stuff.
for more than a social call. Down to business.
Hello. Archmage's quarters. Okay, guys. Well, thanks for watching the video today. If you enjoy this kind of stuff, just me having fun in Skyrim, then please subscribe to the channel, and you'll get notified every time I stream this or other games. Like I'll stream Fortnite with some friends of mine, and a couple other games, Dissidia, Final Fantasy, things like that. So if you enjoy any of that kind of stuff, just subscribe, like the video if you liked it, comment on anything you might want to see later on, that kind of thing. But I appreciate y'all coming in, and I hope everybody has a blessed day.